Hi, welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Atta.
And we have with us two guests today who are going to tell us all about Healing Waters Fly Fishing Project. Isn't that a great name?
It's going to be awesome.
I love it. And if you're a vet, I hope you're watching. Would you please welcome Kent Toome and Robert Clark. Hi. I watched them tie flies. We'll get to that. Project Healing Waters Fly Fishing, what is it? It's a national organization with a local chapter, isn't it?
It is. It's a program that was started in 2005 back at Walter Reed. And it was started by Ed Nicholson, who was a patient at the time, and he had seen other vets that were struggling coming back from the wars. And so he decided, being a fly fisherman himself, that he would start using fly fishing as a way to help deal with some of the rehab. And what happened was people were having a great experience with it, and so they decided to build the program out and go national. And we have a local chapter here in Salem. There are programs like ours in Salem. There's one in North Umpqua. There's in Bend. I think there's one in Eugene, and one in Portland.
Wonderful.
And so it's a program where we teach disabled vets, whether they're active duty or retired, to tie flies, and then we go out and we fish.
Why don't we take people to a place? One day I went out there and watched you all tie flies out at the Fish and Game Department. A beautiful evening in April. Let's go there.
Let's do it.
Project Healing Waters is physical and emotional healing through fly fishing and fly fishing activities. So our core program is to get disabled veterans like you see today together once or twice a month. We do a little fly tie-in. We talk about techniques of fishing. When we're done in the classroom tonight, we're actually going to go out on the lawn and cast for a little bit. And then next weekend, or 2 weekends from now, we're going to be on the river fishing over Crooked River in Central Oregon. And so the idea is to bring a group of people together. Oregon doesn't have a single national active military installation. There's not a single active duty installation here in Oregon. And so when we come back, whether you're a National Guard or reservist, or you're leaving the Army or the Navy or the Marine Corps, there's not a group of veterans. There's no community here in Oregon. And so a really big part of what Project Healing Waters is creating community for these guys, right? So some of them have seen disabilities, and some of them are unseen disability, wounds that we don't see. So for us to be able to get together and be normal with one another and have other people kind of get our issues and our problems and normalize it all out, and we can come together and we can have a good time. So it kind of gives us an opportunity to have some camaraderie and some fellowship. I think it's less about fishing and less about catching fish and more about being together and normalizing. We're not a one and done program. There's lots of people that'll take you fishing for a day if you're a disabled veteran. Project Healing Waters is about creating community and bringing people together and creating relationships and really a long-term activity that you can do that's good for your mind and your body.
It's a lot of fun.
That looks like fun. That looks like
Obviously
fun.
enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and it's so important, and it's so quiet sometimes when you have a chance to be outside and just relax a little bit. So Robert, we're glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the project and what it means to you, and maybe a little bit about what you all have been doing.
Sure. I got in Project Healing Waters in 2010. I actually was introduced to it through the TBI clinic, which is a traumatic brain injury clinic out of Fort Drum, New York, which is where I was stationed at. We were going through, and I got invited to come out and talk to some guys. And they were like, hey, why don't you try Healing Waters? We can see if fishing helps and get your mind off of it. And it really has. And I've been hooked since. Ended up retiring in 2014. Came back, hooked up with Frank Flux in Salem, which was the lead at the time. Got really involved in the fly tying and got more on the water and pretty much been hooked since.
Getting on the
awesome.
water, that must be quite the experience.
And are you catching?
Yes.
That's it. That's the
Yes.
thing. So
Yes.
catching and cooking, that's the.
I can
Yes.
vouch for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, where do you go? Where have you gone recently?
I try to cover anywhere between here and Montana, to be honest, me personally.
Whoa.
wow.
When I fish.
So you take them fishing, though?
We do. We line up more local things, just because it's hard with all the different schedules for people to get away. But we try to get on like local waters like the North Santiam, the South Santiam, the McKenzie, Crooked River, Metolius. We do a thing every year at the fish hatchery at Wizard Falls, at Camp Sherman, with the vets, and so we're trying to build the program out and be able to kind of go wherever we can take vets to go fish.
What's it mean to you? This whole thing. What do you get out of it?
It's been just a magical experience, really. And I mean, it's hard to use that term. I mean, people kind of think, really magical, but it has been. I started with the program about 2 years ago. I was looking to get involved, volunteering something, and I've been fly fishing for over 30 years, and so it's my passion. Just love everything about it, and was looking to do something, and I came across Project Healing Waters, and I had a friend that back in Pennsylvania that had done some volunteering with it, and so it kind of popped up, and I saw it, and so then I sent an email, and I got connected up with Fitz, Alan Fitzpatrick, and went and met with him, and it just took off from there, and it's been just a great experience. The vets are just, they're a blast to be around, and we have a lot of fun. We sit and tie flies, and we go fish, and it's been a great release for me, because I get to share a passion that I have, and they've just been as excited to learn as I've been to be involved.
For the folks that are watching either on YouTube or here on CCTV, you're looking not only to reach out to veterans and letting them know about the program, but also it sounds like guides or getting equipment, or how else can
How can people support what you're doing?
It would be nice to have, one, we're looking to serve vets, so we would love to have more vets participate. But we're also looking for volunteers, people that love to fish, that are fly fishing, fly tyers, that would love to be a part and share their expertise. We're also looking for donations for people to
probably equipment,
and for fishermen that have equipment that that they're not using anymore. We get a lot of people that do that, and we're able to give that to the vets. And so this program, everything is provided for the vets, from all the fly tying to the gear, and so it's a great organization for donations, because everything flows directly to the vets.
Great. So if we've got folks watching and they want to get involved, where can they find you?
You can look up Project Healing Waters, Salem, Oregon. Just hit it up on the Facebook page right now.
Great.
You can hit it up there. You can hit up the national site. If you look up Project Healing Waters, it'll bring up their main web page.
So you can search that on the internet.
And you can search by their state. So whether you're in Oregon or Washington or California, you click on your state, and it gives you all the organizations and their leadership and their points of contact in there.
Right.
Thank you for sharing with us your experiences and your video about your experiences on the water. I love that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Happy hooking.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us today on InSight, and thank you for joining us and being our guest today on InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Atta, and we'll see you next time.